This is me in my happy place, somewhere I had always wanted to be. It took me a while. काफी टाइम लगा मुझे यहाँ पहुँचने तक और it's been a beautiful journey. Let me explain. Now I know आप लोगों के पास बहुत सारे सवाल हैं. Number one being कैसे करते हैं ये सब? I get asked this a lot and I really appreciate the questions coming in. क्योंकि मैं भी ऐसा ही था. I was asking a lot of questions. और उन सारे सवाल के जवाब usually मुझे मिल जाते थे because of technology. आजकल के दौर में sitting in 2021, we do not have an excuse to not know stuff. कहाँ से शुरू करें? कैसे सीखें? कितना मुश्किल है? आप कैसे कर लेते हो? इन सारे सवाल का एक ही आसान जवाब है और वो आपको मिलेगा वीडियो के एंड में. You can skip to the end, but you'll miss the point. शुरू करते हैं इस पेंटिंग से. इस पेंटिंग ने बचपन में मुझे बहुत इंस्पायर किया. वो इसलिए क्योंकि मुझे समझ में आया कि सिर्फ एक पेंट ब्रश और चंद पेंट से आप दुनिया का कोई भी कैनवस पे अपनी कहानी पेंट कर सकते हैं. जहन में जो भी आइडिया आए, कैनवस आपका था. और बोनस ये है कि जब आपकी अम्मी ने ये पेंटिंग्स बनाई हो तो इंस्पिरेशन घर पे ही थी. फर्क सिर्फ इतना था कि ब्रश की जगह मैंने उठाया कैमरा. पिछले 5 महीने मैं काफी बिजी रहा. Involved in a lot of projects, I got to work with some amazing people. And I'm pretty sure this is the hardest I've worked in a span of 5 months.
इससे पीछे ले लें.
लास्ट टाइम जब मैंने डैन डायरीज का एपिसोड बनाया था, इट वाज वेरी डिफरेंट. इट्स कॉल्ड व्हाट नाउ. इट्स ऑन माय चैनल. अगर आप लोगों ने नहीं देखा, दोज ऑफ यू हु आर न्यू, गो चेक इट आउट क्योंकि दिस वंस वेरी डिफरेंट. उस वक्त हम लोग पेंडेमिक में फंसे हुए थे एंड नन ऑफ अस न्यू व्हाट वी वर सपोज्ड टू डू. मैं तो खास तौर पे सर्वाइवल मोड में था. I dove deep into my savings and thought कि बस अब तो पैकअप है, फाइनल पैकअप है. It's gonna take a while for me to get back. किस्मत, fate, call it whatever. The last 6 months have been very good for me. I got to work with a lot of people. Made a bunch of music videos, थोड़ा narrative का काम किया and some other digital stuff. But it was very exciting for me क्योंकि बहुत अरसे बाद मैंने finally अपना full potential explore किया. In the last 6 to 7 years, मैंने बहुत सारे different किस्म के काम किए. You guys have seen that over the past few videos where I've mentioned that I've done graphic design, photography, animation and digital videos. मगर film making से मेरी personal journey बहुत different है. वो इसलिए क्योंकि on my side of things, I am just a single person doing what I do. And almost always आपके हाथ में control होता है. Where you want to go with it, क्या करना है, कब करना है, कैसे करना है, क्यों करना है. इस सारे सवाल के जवाब आपके पास होते हैं. But when you're working with the team, you need to be flexible. You need to be open-minded. You need to be ready for everything. और last 6 months में वो सारी चीजें टेस्ट हुई. But before we dive deep into that process, let me tell you about this video's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Poco. Now, full disclosure, this is not a review. I talk about tech in the other episodes. But Poco were kind enough to reach out to me and give me this phone to try out during my filmmaking process. And this episode was supposed to go out 2 months ago, but okay. Now, before you guys ask me about the specific details in the comments, ye rahe sare specs. There are a bunch of reviews online about this phone. Agar aapko iski details ke baare mein janna hai, go check them out. I link them in the description below. But what is my opinion of this phone? Well, like I said, testing hogi field mein. We were supposed to leave at 3. It's right now 5 AM in the morning.
I'm really late. I'm shooting a music video. I'm still sleeping.
I'll get the sandwiches.
I thought
I'll
get it.
Don't switch this around.
Khair, we didn't get sandwiches.
Koi baat nahi.
But thankfully, I didn't forget the Poco phone with the case that it comes with. So we set off to Kund Malir and shot Maria's music video. It's up on our YouTube channel and it's called Fall. Now, when you're out and about away from the city, the one main feature that you're really looking forward to in a phone is extended battery life. And this phone did not disappoint. I used it all day and I think it lasted me a good 40 hours before I needed to charge it. And the cameras really came in handy when I used to take reference shots before I composed my main camera. Flipped it around and also took some selfies. Now, when you're in the market for a budget phone, you think cheap. But this phone is quite the opposite. Probably one of the best in its class. Although I do want to speak about the camera just a bit. In low light, it does show a little bit of that noise factor, but when in good light, not too bad. Here's a video with and without the grade. So to conclude, decent features, great price, and that battery. Well, that's at least my opinion. बात कर रहे थे हम filmmaking की. A lot of what I do is a collaboration. Here's to all the people that make it possible.
And thank you for trusting us.
आज की वीडियो में जो हम खाना खा रहे हैं, मैं दानिश के ब्लॉग में आ रहा हूँ. Oh my God!
All of this is possible because of the work we put in.
Like, these are the number of shots. So मेरी tension अभी ये है.
It's not an easy process. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. हम लोग देखने जा रहे हैं location number 2. Countless hours of pre-production. We bring our heads together, sit down, and solve problems.
Yeah, but if you want to, that's why this is like a self-content. इसमें ये है.
And when all the planning is done, you need your people to do their best. Days before the shoot, there's a lot that goes on. And there are a lot of moving pieces. And that's essentially what I think filmmaking is. Trying to find creative solutions to solve those problems. Ultimately, it's all about putting in the work. Having good people around you that enable you to do what you always wanted to do over and over again.
And action. Action.
Action.
Action.
Action.
Action. Action. Action.
Action.
Cut.
Happy with the shoot? Went well. So that was a short recap of the last 6 months. Been a roller coaster getting into 2021. And if you're still watching, here's an important message. Right. This portion here, this sequence is going to be a little long. Usually it's scripted and ताकि आप लोगों का time ज़ाया ना हो. लेकिन इस बार I want to just speak heart to heart. वो इसलिए क्योंकि I get a lot of questions. Like, I don't know which, I think this is the 8th or 9th video that I've put out. I don't remember. But in this short span of time, a lot of questions have come my way. And predominantly it's around the process of filmmaking. How do you edit? What camera do you choose? कहाँ से शुरू करते हैं? What editing softwares do you use? बहुत सारे सवाल आते हैं. And उन सब का basic जवाब मेरा हमेशा एक ही होता है. It's the process. You have to love the process. आप filmmaker हो या आप दुनिया का कोई भी काम करते हो, whether you build tables, whether you're a painter, whether you're a doctor, you need to love the process. The process of whatever you intend to do. सीधी बात है. There is no shortcut. It took me a very long time. मुझे 7 साल लगे यहाँ तक पहुँचने तक. And there were a lot of hiccups. And I don't know, the next few months might be good, might be bad. But the one thing that you need to lock in your head is the fact the only reason why I do it is because I love the process. Like, what does DSLR mean? Digital Single Lens Reflex. अच्छा, इसका क्या मतलब है? What is a mirrorless? Why is it different? Full frame क्या होता है? Medium format क्या होता है? Cinema lenses क्या होते हैं? Cinema camera क्या होता है? Color science क्या होती है? How do you color grade? How do you edit? What is an NLE? And 10-bit और 8-bit का क्या फर्क है? 10,000 million questions will come your way. But the point is, not stop, figure out a way, and keep going forward. It's not that difficult. 2021. I keep saying this. आजकल के दौर में saying you cannot do it is an excuse. Use whatever you've got. Enjoy the process. 7 years later, you might just love it. Having said that, you do need support. I've been lucky enough to be surrounded by people whom I admire. People who are genuine, who are kind, who are dedicated to their crafts, and most of all, are great to work with. You could be the most talented person in the room, but you need to remember to be kind, patient, and most of all, be respectful. Because remember, 2020 taught us all that we never know what's to come. So buckle up and enjoy the show. So on that note, this is Dan out. Peace. Oh, and in the off chance you're still here, don't worry. There's going to be a lot more tutorials, tips and tricks along the way. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned. Because... कर लो यार.